Hello, everybody. Welcome to Voices Big and Small. And on today's episode, we're going to be looking at the career of New York based voice actress Emily Bauer, also known as Emily Blau and Emily JENESS. Emily Bauer was born July 29, 1981, in New Jersey. Um, where she continues to do a lot of her work as well as working in the New York metropolitan area. So let's learn a little bit more about Miss Bauer here. We get going here. Emily Bauer is an American actress and voice actress. She started a lot of her work in 2000, from what I understand. Um, for her voice acting work, she has been credited as Emily Blau as well as Emily JENESS, as well as under her real name Emily Bauer, with her roles in a number of English language dubs of Japanese anime shows, including Shinobu of Ninja Nonsense, Megumi Morisato in All My Goddess, and Lestel in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Here's a little bit more of her biographical information. Bauer grew up in Millburn, which is a suburb in suburban New Jersey, and took dance, acting, and singing classes at a local performing arts school. Later performed in professional plays and musicals at the Paper Mill Playhouse. Bauer attended Millburn High School and majored in both business and theater at New York University. She graduated cum laude in 2002 and also received Presidential Honors Scholar Award for maintaining one of the highest cumulative GPAs. So she's obviously quite accomplished there academically. Um, Bauer has an acting studio in New Jersey and continues to participate in productions in the New York City metro area. Her career. So Bauer has acted in Mona Lisa Smile with Julia Roberts and Long Distance with Monica Keena. 2005, Bauer voiced in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind alongside Alison Lohman, Patrick Stewart, Uma Thurman. In 2007, Bauer was cast as the lead role of Dawn, as well as Sinnoh League champion Cynthia in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl anime series. In 2014, Bauer voiced the main character Zuzu Boyle, Rei Akaba, and her counterparts in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, of course, is the one where I believe they go around to the different dimensions. That's actually where you see like the standard dimension, the synchro dimension, fusing dimension, and all that. So let's look at her voice roles. That's the thing that most people come to look for here on these profiles. Um, in 2000, she had done a number of characters, including Christina Aguilera in the Celebrity Deathmatch, Celebrity Deathmatch episode, The New Employee. She would, be cast in that role. Then in 2001, in the episode Best Paw Forward, Then Came Bob episode of Clifford the Big Red Dog, she was cast as the voice of Emily Elizabeth. Then 2005 to 2007, she was cast as the role as the English voice of Megumi Morisato in All My Goddess series. She was there for 2 seasons, All My Goddess, and then the second season, All My Goddess Flights of Fancy, as Emily Bauer. Let me see now. Also in Also, in the first season of Oh My Goddess, aside from providing the English voice of Megumi Morisato, she was also cast as the English voice of X and Hijiri's mother. Also in 2005, she was cast as the English voice of Princess Estelle of Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. The Valley of the Wind. And then in 2006, she was cast in the lead as the English voice of the lead character Shinobu in Ninja Nonsense under the Emily Bauer name. Ninja Nonsense was actually a pretty funny anime, pretty interesting anime. It was basically about a girl who was training to become a ninja under the tutelage of a little yellow blob thingy called um, um, Nikki. I gotta find out what his name was. The on Sakamaru, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, on Sakamaru. She was under the tutelage of a little yellow ball creature named Ansakamaru. Ansakamaru, in which she would, of course, she was kind of she was kind of oblivious to what was going on though. Um, as Shinobu's a little ditzy, but still wanting you know um, but it was a very funny show. It's a lot of somewhat mature humor. Um, Still something you might find a good laugh after if it's a 13 episode anime that you might want to check out if you want a good laugh and you want to see some mature humor, not like super mature, but just like it's still pretty mature. So then, as we get into 2007, of course, um, that's when she was cast as the role of Dawn in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl series. Among the other roles she would voice in that, include Cynthia, the Sinnoh Elite Four champion. Um, she would also do the English vocal characterizations of Ambiporn or Ambipom, Don's Ambipom, as well as Happiny, Brock's Happiny and Chansey, and Giovanni's secretary in that. And then she would, of course, reprise her role as Dawn in the short Pokemon Learning League. Then she would reprise her role as Megumi Morisato in Oh My Goddess Flights of Fancy in 2007. Also, she would be cast in the Warriors Orochi video game as Nene. She would provide the English voice. She would provide the voice of Nene in the Warriors Orochi video game. Then, as we get into 2008, she would reprise her role as Dawn, as well as Brock's Happy in Pokemon The Rise of Darkrai movie. And then she would provide the English voice of Sherry LeBlanc in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, of course, that was a synchro, the Pokemon, or not the Pokemon, but the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series based on the synchro summoning. So that was fairly interesting. Also in 2008, she would also reprise her role as Nene in the Warriors Orochi 2 video game. She would then also reprise her roles as Dawn, Brock's Happy, and her own and Dawn's Ambipom in Pokemon Giratina and the Sky Warrior movie. And then in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky Beyond Time and Darkness anime in 2009, she would provide the voice of Sunflora. Also in 2009, in Kurakami the Animation, she would provide the English voice of Riona Kogore. Um, in English, we sometimes call it Kurakami the Animation, but also it's known as Black God. The manga Black God is what it's based on. Also in 2009, she reprised her role as Dawn in Brock's Happening Again in Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life. Of course, just in case those of you haven't played the Pokemon video games or particularly Diamond Pearl ones, or have watched the Diamond Pearl series, Dawn is much like May from the Hoenn region, a Pokemon coordinator, in which they, basically focus on learning how to do more showmanship stuff as opposed to battling. Um, in the Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure video game, Emily would provide the voices of the Pokemon, or the vocal characterizations of the Pokemon Steel and Togekiss. And then as we move ahead to 2011, she would reprise her role as Dawn in the Pokemon Zoroark Master of Illusions movie. Then as we move ahead to 2014, she would provide the voice of the minister in Alyssa Knows What to Do in 2014, as well as being cast in Wally Kazam as the voice of Night Dragon and Jars of Jam. She would then in 2016 be cast in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V as the English voice of Zuzu Boyle, among some of our other credits in the Arc V and Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. She would, of course, provide the voice of Zuzu Boyle, as well as Lulu Obsidian, Selena, Rin, and Ray Akaba. Um, and back in 2012, she was also cast in the Nintendo Land video game as Monita and Dark Monita as well. So there's a couple other credits that were missed. And then this year, for the computer animated version of Pokemon the movie Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, she was cast as the voice of Jenny, Officer Jenny. So that's pretty much the bulk of her work. A lot of it was in a lot of it, of course, was in a lot of it was in Pokemon. Basically as Dawn. Cast a lot as Dawn. Um, she, of course, would become Jenny for the computer animated version. Mewtwo, um, Strikes Back Evolution movie. That's about the gist of her work. Not as voluminous as some of the other people I've covered, but still, she's had a few notable roles in there. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have found um, information very informative. As I said, I hope you found the information informative. If some of you have heard of some of her roles there, sure, it's nice to look back. If there are things in there that you guys haven't seen her yet, I recommend you go check them out. Um, so, with that being said, if you guys want to contact me directly, you can go ahead and check my Discord link is in the link section. You can go check out the Discord and join if you'd like, and direct message me there if you want to contact me directly. As always, guys, I'm still promoting a bunch of different dub companies as Funimation, of course, is not the only game in town. There's a lot of work out there that you guys can check out. Everybody I'm sure knows a lot of the four kids work. 4K media with through the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. You guys can go check some of that stuff out. Learn more about some of their voice actors and actresses. Um, also, um, Also, I'm still promoting Vic's GoFundMe as well as that Umbrella Guy and Little Umbrella Girls Indiegogo comic. If you guys want to go check that out. From what I understand, I guess actually the day of this recording, which is Sunday, I think is the last day of it. So you guys might want to check it out while you can. Um, Still promoting a bunch of works and stuff like that. Um, if you guys like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. I always look forward to the conversation with you guys as long as it's civil and respectful. Um, if you guys, let's see, and I hope to see you guys at the premiere of this on Friday. And if not, then I will see you on Monday. Bye.